Welcome to the Armbruster Wood Shop. Today I'm going to show you how I make my molds for bottle stoppers, pizza cutters, ice cream scoops, anything that needs a handle. This is how you can make it with if you're using epoxy or epoxy and wood like I do. First, what you need is a piece of corrugated poster board. You need some kind of straight edge, a box cutter, a hot glue gun. By the way, this Ryobi hot glue gun, maybe the best tool they make. It's awesome. And a pencil. Let's get started. It's pretty easy. So first what we're going to do is measure out 6 inches, which can do a scoop or a pizza cutter. It also can do 2 bottle stoppers if you want to do 2 blanks in the same one. So we're going to measure out 6 inches from the end, okay, 6 inches, okay, 6 inches. And then I like to make my, my molds 1.5 inches square, okay. So we're going to measure out 4.5 inches since we're not going to put a top on it. Yep, 4.5 inches. So we'll just cut from here. Alright. So we have a 4.5 by 6 inch square. We're going to cut this all the way out. So now what we need is 1.5 inches in from both the sides. Okay? And actually, let me see here. 1.5 inches. Okay, we're going to mark this. Now, all we're actually doing here is finding the middle of one of the corrugated tunnels. I don't know if you can see this, but you see the tunnels in there. So we want to find one of the middles, and we're going to cut. But we're not cutting all the way through, we're just cutting half of it. So just this single ply right here we're going to cut. So that way we can fold it. So I'll make the mark with a pencil on that. And then I'm going to cut down that. I find if you tilt the blade a little bit as you're going, it keeps it from wanting to go all the way through. So we find it. We're just going to cut all the way down. Okay. Boom. So we've made one side. I'm going to do that to the other side. Make the mark. The reason I make the mark here is if it's on the middle of the channel, I got to pick one side or the other. So this just happens to fall in the middle. I like to run my finger here behind the blade so it keeps it from going too deep. Alright, so now we have a nice little tunnel there. So now we have to make end caps. I usually make like 4 or 6 end caps at a time because you can get a couple out of the molds, but once you start hot gluing the end caps, they start to melt up a little bit more. So the mold, this part, lasts a lot longer than the end caps. And so I'll just make a bunch of these right now. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Let me try to cut it right at 6 inches. So that'll give me a perfect amount. Okay. Now we're going to cut these every 1.5 inches. And that will give us perfect little pieces to fill the ends. So now you'll see how these fit in here. They just go right in there and they seal up the end. Okay? Now there's going to be little like air pockets right here, but when we put the hot glue in here, that will seal it up. Alright, so to put the end caps in, we just put them right here, okay? And then we're going to hot glue it. Now once I get it to where it's started to set up, I'll take a rubber band and just put it around the end, just to, like, I don't know, give it a little bit more pressure there. And then I'll go to work the other side. And then once the other side is done, then we're ready to, pour and get after it. All right, so now that the glue is dried, we have a perfectly good mold ready to go. Usually I will cast epoxy, and I use these burl wood. I get this from Woodcraft. It's really cool. It's got some great grain. When mixed with pigmented epoxy, like with the mica powders, it comes out really good. Check out some of my other videos for bottle openers, bottle stoppers, ice cream scoops, and pizza cutters that I've made using these exact blanks, this kind of burl wood and epoxy. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and hit the bell and all that other stuff too. Thanks. Bye.